Alessandro Volta. Batteries not included. We're in 1745 and in England, where two dynasties have been playing to see which religion best suits the crown, an ultimate agreement is finally reached, undermining St. Peter's very own representative in Rome. The Anglican Church wins the hand, but also loses this very same year one of its most influential clergymen, Dean Jonathan Swift. Master of satire and merciless with his pen, he created worlds where tiny men and giants mingled and spat in the face of political destiny. And in February, born in the city of Como, Italy, Alessandro Volta, who will become the inventor of a device that without it would make modern life absolutely impossible. The battery! Born in a well-to-do family and thanks to the forward-thinking spirit of the times, Alessandro received a thorough education in the humanities. But he ultimately excelled in science and by the age of 30 was a physics professor at the Royal School in Como. Combining his teaching and research, Volta studied some putrid gas phenomena taking place in nearby swamps, described years before by Benjamin Franklin. Thus, in 1776, he discovered the existence of a flammable gas, methane. He soon found a use for his discovery. Allowing controlled quantities of methane into a glass bulb, he invented the first gas lamp, lighted by an electric spark. In this delightful century, science envied a fish that uses electricity at will without revealing its secret. Because the only scientific achievements till then were electrocuting kites in thunderstorms, producing sparks by friction, and storing them for very brief periods of time in contraptions called Leyden jars. But in 1790, an Italian named Luigi Galvani, anatomy professor in Bologna, discovered a curious phenomenon while he was dissecting a frog. After separating the poor amphibian's hind legs, these legs tried to kick him where it hurt, repeatedly. Every time he touched them with his metal scalpel, they kicked. Galvani thought he had discovered animal electricity. According to him, a mysterious vital force that remains in the animals after their death and responds when stimulated by metal conductors. Such a discovery electrified the scientific community. But Alessandro Volta did not agree with Galvani's hypothesis, and so he set out to prove his good friend wrong. For Volta, it was all about the chemical reactions that are produced when you put two different metals side by side. If the frog's legs seemed alive, it was because the nerves were acting as conductors between the metal scalpel and the metal clamps that held the legs. After 10 years of research and without the need to torture little froggies, Volta revealed to the scientific community an artifact that not only confirmed his theories, but also revolutionized the advancement of science. This artifact was the battery, and it consisted, precisely, of silver plates interlaced with copper plates, separated by cardboard and immersed in salt water. When he joined the top of the battery with the bottom along a wire, there was a chemical reaction in the metals which generated an electric current. Electricity that flowed continuously like water down a river, as long as the wire was connected. And the more metal plates he piled up, the larger the current. Volta's battery. What a gift to science! Because this device, able to store and distribute continuous electricity for extended periods of time, will become the building block of electric scientific research for centuries to come. Science that throughout the 19th century conducted experiments worthy of gruesome horror shows. In 1818, Dr. Andrew Ure terrified his audiences when he sent electrical currents through the face of a hanged corpse, causing the dead man to contort in pain, horror, desperation, anguish, or even smile gruesomely. Like Einstein said, Volta's battery is the basic foundation for all modern inventions. After all, what would we be without batteries? Radios, cell phones, children's toys, computers, spaceships and satellites, boats and planes, they all use batteries to run electrical circuits on board. Even Grandma's heart uses batteries. Obviously, they're not the same ones Volta invented with his salt water solution. Today's batteries use other materials, and they're more efficient and longer lasting, but they generate a serious problem for the environment which we have yet to figure out.
The language of experimentation has more authority than any theory. Results can change our theories, but theories cannot change our results.
Napoleon Bonaparte was so impressed with Volta's invention that he made him Count and Senator of the Kingdom of Lombardy. Volta's friend Luigi Galvani did not share his luck, though. His lab was closed in 1797 for refusing to offer his loyalty to Napoleon. Galvani died in abject poverty just 1 year later. But his investigations laid the foundation for development and study of electrophysiology in the 19th century, which evolved to neurophysiology and modern biology. Defibrillators that save so many lives exist thanks to Galvani. Volta and Galvani both have craters on the moon named after them. Given their strong friendship, the craters are side by side. Alessandro Volta's own batteries ran out in 1827. In honor of him and his invention, the unit for measuring electric potential is called a volt.